Hello everyone, I'm Brandon Christopher King. I'd like to introduce to you a concept I've been working on, the Genesis number system, or GNS. A question has always nagged at me. How did the number 1 emerge? It didn't simply spring from zero. This curiosity propelled me to explore, question, and eventually lay the foundation for GNS. I envisioned a system where numbers evolve, much like the universe around us, from potential to existence. Now, I'm excited to share this vision with all of you. To guide us through this exploration, I'd like to introduce our wonderful host, Bella.
Thank you, Brandon. It's an honor to be here, going deep into the world of GNS. To our viewers, prepare for an experience that promises to reshape how we perceive numbers. Let's begin. Understanding numbers differently. The world of mathematics has long been a pillar of human understanding, offering clarity and logic in an often chaotic universe. Throughout history, numbers have not just been symbols or tools. They've been the language through which we interpret patterns, predict outcomes, and craft innovations. Redefining our perspective on numbers, as GNS aims to do, challenges the very fabric of this language. Such a shift has profound implications. By approaching numbers from a different angle, we unlock new layers of comprehension and perhaps even undiscovered realms of knowledge. Think of it as relearning to read, where familiar letters reveal unfamiliar words, painting narratives never before imagined. In the realms of science, philosophy, and even daily life, this altered understanding could revolutionize our interactions. From rethinking established theories to forging novel technological advances, the ripple effects of such a change are boundless. GNS stands not just as another mathematical concept, but as a beacon highlighting the transformative power of viewing the familiar in an entirely new light. Origins of GNS. Brandon's vision. Brandon had always been intrigued by the idea of the number zero. He wondered how one could come into existence in the first place. When he started learning about coding, he was introduced to functions that started counting with zeros. Envisioning the rivers of life theory led him to envision a new mathematical system based on the idea that one was created. Intrigued by patterns and driven by curiosity, Brandon recognized gaps in traditional systems and felt the pull to fill them. What if numbers held more mysteries than we realized? What if there were deeper truths concealed in their structure? These questions laid the foundation for the creation of a new system. A fresh approach to numbers. Brandon believed in the potential of numbers to offer deeper insights into the universe. GNS wasn't merely about numbers and operations. It was about reimagining interactions, finding harmony in new patterns, and tapping into layers of understanding previously hidden from view. This was not just about adding to mathematics, it was about weaving a new fabric altogether. Defining the foundation. Introduction of the foundational entity, Proto or P. Unveiling Proto, one encounters a foundational entity distinct from the numbers we're familiar with. Proto isn't just another numeral, it represents an idea, a state of potentiality, awaiting its transformation into something more concrete. Every number we know stems from a source. In traditional systems, we often start with zero. However, with GNS, it's the idea of potential that takes center stage, embodied by Proto. Proto doesn't stand as a number, but rather as a harbinger, indicating what could come next. This novel perspective prompts us to think, before there was one, there was the possibility of one. That possibility, Proto. As we embrace the concept of Proto, we must reconfigure our understanding. It's not about counting or calculating. Instead, it's about capturing an essence, an intangible spark that, through the Genesis operation, can give birth to the numbers we recognize. While Proto is a starting point, it isn't isolated. As we proceed, it's essential to understand how this entity interacts within GNS, laying the groundwork for operations, patterns, and deeper insights. The beauty of GNS is its ability to marry the abstract with the concrete, and Proto is our gateway into this expansive landscape. Through this exploration of Proto, we set the stage for an enriching exploration of the Genesis number system, transforming our appreciation of numbers and what they can signify. The heart of GNS. Explanation of the Genesis operation, or G. Let's first talk about decoding the symbol and representation of G. Unraveling the Genesis operation requires a deep understanding of its symbol. G, while deceptively simple, carries profound implications in the GNS framework. More than a mere operation, G represents transformation, evolution, and progression. Now we will move to the birth of numbers from Proto through G. The real magic of G emerges when applied to Proto. Here, G acts as a catalyst, a transformative agent that converts potential into reality. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. While the potential for a statue exists within, it's the sculptor's actions that bring it to life. Similarly, G extracts numbers from the potentiality of Proto, unfolding a rich fabric of mathematical entities. Every application of G uncovers a new layer, translating the abstract essence of Proto into tangible numbers. As we progress through GNS, the Genesis operation remains central, continually redefining our understanding and revealing the huge potential within numbers. Its innovative approach offers fresh perspectives, reshaping how we perceive and interact with the numerical world around us. Comparing with traditional systems. Every civilization, from ancient to modern, has constructed its own system to represent and understand numbers. The ancient Egyptians, for example, had hieroglyphs representing units, tens, and hundreds. Fast forward to today, and we employ the base 10 system, finding comfort in the 10 numerals, 0 through 9. These systems, having evolved over millennia, served as crucial tools in our progress, from commerce to advanced scientific calculations. What are the advantages and the uniqueness of GNS? While existing systems have their roots in counting objects or denoting quantities, GNS introduces a new perspective. By centering around Proto and the Genesis operation, GNS transitions from mere counting to capturing the essence and potentiality of numbers. Operations we take for granted, such as addition or multiplication, get a new twist in GNS. With the application of the Genesis operation on Proto, arithmetic becomes more than just calculation. It transforms into a process of revelation, uncovering numbers and their relationships in unexpected ways. While traditional systems prioritize concrete representation, GNS celebrates abstraction, notably with Proto. This abstraction isn't a limitation but an asset, encouraging thinkers to look beyond the obvious and probe deeper layers of numerical meaning. In contrasting GNS with traditional number systems, we find it doesn't merely stand as an alternative. Instead, GNS emerges as an evolution, urging us to think, reason, and visualize numbers in innovative and enriching ways. Let's visualize the magic of G on P. Imagine Proto as a dormant seed, teeming with hidden possibilities. Now, when we apply the Genesis operation to this seed, a transformation unfolds before our eyes. You would witness the dormant potential within Proto spring to life, blossoming into recognizable numbers. It's like witnessing the first sprout emerging from a seed, demonstrating the beauty and power of GNS. Proto versus 0. It's easy to leap to the assumption that Proto serves the same purpose as the number 0. After all, both seem to stand at the beginning, acting as markers or reference points in their respective systems. But this is where the similarity ends. Proto is the precursor of possibility. Proto, unlike 0, isn't a numeral or a placeholder. Instead, it embodies potential. 0 in our familiar system represents nothingness or the absence of quantity. Proto, on the other hand, isn't about absence, but about what might emerge. It signals the promise of numbers rather than an absence of them. Beyond the role of 0, 0 plays a specific role in arithmetic. It holds a place, adds value to other numbers, and even defines the properties of certain operations. But Proto's role is different. It doesn't merely serve an arithmetic purpose, it acts as the foundation from which numbers arise, more of a starting point than a static figure, breaking the mold of traditional systems. While GNS incorporates some familiar elements, it isn't merely a variant or adaptation of existing systems. It's a framework that reimagines the essence and evolution of numbers. It's so much more, and its beauty lies in its unique approach and perspective. Wrapping up what lies ahead. This episode marks only the beginning of a transformative exploration into the world of GNS. In upcoming episodes, we'll explore more layers, operations, and concepts, each promising to redefine our understanding of numbers. The power of a new perspective. Numbers, long seen as static symbols, get a breath of fresh air with GNS. By simply shifting our viewpoint, we open doors to novel insights and deeper comprehension. The Genesis number system isn't just about adding another layer to mathematics, it's about seeing the entire landscape with fresh eyes. As we close this episode, we invite viewers to stay curious, keep an open mind, and join us in this exploration. Each episode promises to unveil more of the magic that is GNS, reshaping our connection with the world of numbers. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode on the Genesis number system. Before we sign off, Brandon, there's a little fun fact I'd like to bring up. When you first started drag racing, you chose the number 0999 for your car. That's an unusual choice with that leading zero.
Bella, yes, that's correct. For some reason, that leading zero always fascinated me. It wasn't just a placeholder. To me, it held a sense of mystery, of potential waiting to be unlocked. Perhaps in a way, that intrigue with the number zero sowed the seeds for the development of GNS.
It's amazing how sometimes the smallest things can lead to the biggest revelations. It's been an absolute pleasure discussing GNS with you today, Brandon.
Sharing my work brings me great joy. A quick mention. This numeral system lingered in the back of my head for a while, but when I integrated it with my theories, intriguing patterns emerged. That's the reason for this series, setting the stage for an upcoming series. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us on this exploration.
Absolutely. And if you found today's episode intriguing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Platform X for more insights and discoveries. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, numbers have more to offer than meets the eye.